This is a reaction video of the Jubilee debates. This one in particular is with PBD of the PBD podcast. This one is One Capitalist versus 20 Woke Liberals. I think that's the title. I'm not sure. There's this one guy in particular, straight victim mentality the entire way. He just gets up here, sits across from PBD, cries, moans, bitches. And you'll see, we're going to talk about it. But if you don't know who PBD is, he's a capitalist. He's a financial guy. He has companies. He's on the PBD podcast. Pretty smart and pretty wealthy man. And he's going to debate these woke liberals who hate capitalists. I guess they're anti-capitalists is what we should say. Anti-capitalist. So let's get straight into it. This is the guy.
I'm glad y'all tripped over each other because I did too. How's it going? James.
What's your name? James.
So one of the things that you have stated is that we have options. Okay. So just to give you a little
He goes straight into victim mentality. Watch, just listen.
bit of my background. I come from a divorced family, and we lived below the poverty level from the time that I was born until now, frankly. So I'm one of those people that you're talking about that isn't pulling themselves up by their bootstraps enough. Which, like, I didn't have boots to begin with, and like, I don't know if you've ever had boots.
Corny.
Like, legs are load-bearing structures.
I relate.
And like, you can't really pull up a boot when you're wearing it, you know?
Corny joke. I think AOC is the one that started this whole can't even pull yourself from the bootstraps. It's a figure of fucking speech. People like this always try to joke and have a gotcha moment, but it's just so corny and cringe. Everybody knows what that shit fucking means. Like,
So where exactly am I failing when I am working 80 hours a week? I am taking the only jobs that will hire me. I have put in 477 applications over the last 2.5 years.
okay, so I don't get it. Are you hired? Do you work, or are you looking for a job? You just said you put in 80 hours a week and you submitted almost 500 applications. So are you working, or are you looking for work, or are you putting in 80 hours of looking for work? I don't know.
Not even gotten a call back once.
Why do you think?
You tell me. You're a job creator.
But I don't know your resume. You know your life better than I do. Why do you think you have not gotten a call back on 477?
Because
A
I
lot of
do
people
not
get
have a degree.
callbacks. Okay.
Because I do not have a degree.
I
Because
don't
I could
either.
not afford one.
Okay.
I live in an area where
Lots of people can't afford degrees. And yeah, I get it. If you want to go the route of college and get college educated, there are means and methods you can do, such as pulling out loans. Yes, we can get into the whole predatory, stuff about that. But that is a means to get a degree. If you value a degree and you cannot afford one, it's probably, yes, not the most optimal route, but you can go into debt to get a degree. I've done it. I've got I got degrees. I'm in debt, sure, but I got the degree. You know what I'm saying? So like, I cannot afford one. That's at this point, it's not even an excuse. The federal government gives out student loans like candy. So it's not you can't afford it. You won't take out the loan.
the physical job market is very limiting.
Where do you live?
I live in rural Texas.
Okay.
So in that, like in the town that I grew up in, for instance, there are 8 jobs, period.
So he lives in a town with 8 jobs. I don't know if he means 8 literal jobs or 8 industries, like fast food, nursing, whatever. If you live in a town with 8 jobs, get the fuck out. People move literally all the time. Relocate. Poor people move. You can find a means. Get out of that town. Or get one of those 8 jobs. I don't know. I feel like it's just all victim, all excuses, no accountability. All his issues is PBD's fault right now because he's sitting across from him, but the world's fault and the system's fault. No accountability.
Does your family live there? Mom, dad, everybody's in that same city?
Everybody was at one point.
Okay.
Most of them are dead now.
Okay, sorry to hear.
It is what it is. It's poverty. You know, we're kind of used to that on this side.
Everybody dies. Rich people die. Poor people die. Middle class die. I guess he's saying poor people die more, or they die because they're poor. His little gotcha moments he's trying to get, I guess, for the sound bites or whatever, they're just not hitting. You're crying. You're a little whiny crybaby. It's poverty. All my family's dead. Poverty.
Why do you feel like you're a victim? Why do you feel like you're a victim? Why do you feel like the way you speak, like, you're the victim where all this happened to you?
Because I exist and things happen to
Well, why do you see
and
yourself
as
as a
such,
victim?
things happen, and that's why I say that they happen
You're
to
a
me.
good-looking guy.
What?
Why do you
Thanks.
think you're a victim? Why do you think you're somebody that's got into a situation because it's not fair what happened to me? Let me give you a couple options.
Sure.
Are you open to leaving the city you're in?
I've already left it.
So what city?
I've left multiple cities.
So if somebody else gave you a job,
So what? He's left multiple cities. Where he said where he live is rural and there's 8 jobs. He also works 80 hours a week, and he also submits 470 applications. His entire story is just contradictory in all kind of ways. PBD's not calling it out. I probably would have, because I feel like he's just saying convenient things to help his case at the time. He's a reactionary, immediate reactionary debater. You say A, he got to say B to counteract, even if it doesn't make sense to something he said 10 seconds ago.
in a different place, you'd be
100%.
willing to move there.
100%.
Okay. On your resume,
It says that.
What do you have on your resume? Skill set. What do you offer?
Transportation expertise, logistics expertise.
You consider yourself a hard worker.
I mean, I feel
You
like
said
80 hours a week.
That's a
something like
hard
that.
worker.
Sure.
How about we do this? How about I interview and I give you a job?
Boom.
Would
Sure.
you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Ooh, man, that's Florida. Sure, why not?
Would you
Fort
move to Fort
Lauderdale.
Lauderdale?
Sure, why not?
How about you and I document this? After this, you come, I do an interview with you, and I give you a job. And let's see what you do 90 days later.
So for those that aren't aware, this is PBD, Patrick David. I forgot what the B is for. He's a multimillionaire. He has finance companies. I want to say investments, and he has a podcast, of course. You are sitting across from the CEO of a very successful corporation. He's offering you a job. This is a rare thing. It doesn't even happen that much. You went, okay, and then here's the other thing. This guy, James, to get on this Jubilee show, you have to apply, submit an application, I think maybe even submit a video application. I highly doubt Jubilee's flying these people out to LA. This is filmed in LA. So wherever he's from, Texas, whatever state he lives that's rural with 8 jobs, he had the wherewithal to fly or drive or find himself. He said transportation expertise, so I guess he transported his ass to LA to sit across and debate Patrick in this instance. So you have some type of moxie for you. You have means of doing things. You are sitting across from him. He offers you a job. I feel like most people would understand what just transpired here. This is an opportunity that could change your life forever, right? Most people, when you apply for a corporation, you don't meet the CEO or the executive or the C-suite. You get an HR person, you get a hiring manager, maybe the supervisor that's going to directly, be above you, and you don't go beyond that to any of the high up important corporate people. Here he is on YouTube, on Jubilee, being offered a job, and watch how he immediately reacts to this.
Okay, I'll look up your company and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see it.
But you
like,
see what just happened
regardless,
right there? But
Mike,
watch what you just did.
Sure.
You just said you applied to 477 companies who's not gone back to you.
Yeah.
A business owner who's hiring aggressively just made an offer to you. You said you're willing to move. Then you said, I'll look at it. You became selective.
I didn't say I look at it. If you'd let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
I would like to look into your company to see exactly what you guys do.
You would like to?
Because I don't know what you guys do.
I wouldn't even care. If I was him in his position, and this guy, maybe he didn't know who PPD is. Maybe he didn't do any research. That could be the case. I don't know if when people get on these debate stages for Jubilee, if they even know about who they're meeting. I would hope and I would assume that they do some research, know who they're going to eventually meet and to debate and talk to and all these things. You were just offered a job. Let me look at your, like, bro, you're excluding yourself already. You're being conflictual. You're being argumentative. You said you applied to almost 500 places, and you can't get a call back yet. You have the CEO, a millionaire CEO of a very successful company, offering you a job directly to you, but you want to look at what his company does. You have transportation expertise, logistics, whatever that. Those are very broad terms. I'm sure in his company he has room for you somewhere, and it's in Fort Lauderdale, which is a beautiful city. If you've never been, go. Um, but again, victim status. He wants to exclude himself immediately by saying things such as to the guy offering the position and the job and the opportunity, I need to look into what your company does. He don't want to change his life. This is what the victim mentality is. He doesn't want to change his life. He likes where he is. Honest to God, I honestly believe he likes where he is. He likes complaining. He likes looking at every external thing and blaming everything else except for his own accountability. But granted, he got here. He drove or he flew or he Ubered. I have no idea, but he got from wherever the fuck he is to LA to debate this guy. So it's almost like, what do you want to do? How do you want to change your life? Do you even want to change your life?
Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, I may be wasting my time going. If you guys are a finance company, if you guys are a bank or something like that, I don't have the certifications. I don't have the degrees.
Just excluded himself. He didn't say anything about a position. He said he'll hire you for what your resume is about. See if he hit. I'm sure there's logistics somewhere in his company. Logistics. You can be hired for logistics. Logistics is so broad, it's not even funny.
So even interviewing me would be.
I gave you a job, period, to work 80 hours a week. Would you take it? And I paid you a reasonable wage.
Are we talking a livable wage or a reasonable wage?
What do you
and
make
whose
right
version
now?
of reasonable are we
What do you
talking
make
about?
right
Your version of reasonable or my version of
But
reasonable?
you see, so now for me, what I'm noticing from you is
This is so cringe. Whose version of reasonable? Your reasonable or my reasonable? It's cringe. It's super fucking cringe. He was in a position. He was in a position to change his life in that moment. The universe said, "Here's a bone. Here's this guy. You're debating him. You're sitting across from him. You have an opportunity to speak to this person, this multimillionaire capitalist, in this nice suit. It's probably thousands of dollars suit, and your immediate reaction is, I gotta see what your company is about. If it's financing, I don't have the certifications." He doesn't want the help, and some people you can't help. No matter how many you try to guide them and show them things, they can't see it. They won't see it. He does not want the help. Look how he's responding.
Is I need specifics?
No, not necessarily. No, most of the people I hired need specifics.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is I'm trying to hire them. In this instance, you're trying to get a job and you're being selective. It's going to work against you.
I mean, I'm not trying to get a job. Originally, I was trying to ask you where the moral fell.
My offer's off the table
okay,
because
fine.
you're going to be difficult to work with.
Okay, sure. But my question was, where is my moral failing? Like, where is it that you are saying that I am not working hard enough and I am not doing enough?
I just experienced it right now because the way you just handled this situation.
Got it.
Here
So I should
was,
accept anything
No,
that somebody
it's not-
gives me
not
at
at
first
all.
blush
No.
if it is a guaranteed thing.
No, not necessarily.
I agreed
but-
I agreed to do your interview. I agreed to be interviewed by
yeah,
you, and
but-
you agreed to consider me for hiring.
Yeah.
So therefore, I am taking that opportunity. I've chosen to. But because I am asking you for specifics, your immediate reaction is that, oh, well, you're trying to be picky. When I'm not. I'm asking
specifics. You could have simply
I said I need to look up your company. That's all I
you could have
said.
said is, I'm willing to have the interview.
And I
Right,
did.
You would have had the interview.
And I did.
No, you said it depends.
I said,
don't
yeah,
know.
sure.
Let me look.
Yeah,
Let me do
sure.
all
I
this
would
other
look
stuff.
into your company. That's all I said.
I appreciate you. Thank you, James.
Victim. He wants to be a victim. Opportunity of his lifetime. He could have changed his life in that moment. Lost the opportunity. I don't blame PBD for rescinding the offer. Honestly, I think it should have been rescinded earlier than when he did. I could see when he made it and how he initially reacted that he regretted it, and he rescinded it and he had to do it on camera, which is great. He did it in that moment while they're recording, instead of the guy getting up, going off, and then maybe we'll hear about it later that PBD rescinded the offer, and then it'll be a whole this big thing. He did it in that moment so we could see how he reacted, and it was better off. But perfect world, it would have been nice. I don't know how old. I think this is a couple years old. It would have been nice if that guy got the offer, took the offer, changed his life, and we can get a follow-up to see what he's doing. Maybe he's in a better position. Maybe his life is better. Maybe he's a happier person. Maybe he's not the victim anymore. I don't know. We'll never see. So James, hopefully you're doing better wherever you are in the world. Hopefully even watching this, you've become self-aware of certain things. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I feel like when people watch themselves, they do learn about themselves. So best case scenario, he saw himself after this, saw how he reacted, saw how ridiculous he was being, how much of a victim he actually was acting like, and made some changes. I don't really know. Who the fuck knows? But that's the reaction for today. Moral of the story is there are some people out there that have this default victim mentality. No matter how you try to show them the way or provide resources or even try to help them directly, you just can't help people with a certain mentality. They won't accept it. They'll sabotage it. Their frequency is not matching, so they're not even going to see an opportunity when it presents itself. Thank you for watching. Follow Loud and Wrong podcast. We drop new episodes every Sunday. Follow all the socials, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.